Hi, y'all. Uh, the other day, there was this guy down here at the park where I always walk. I took my shoes off. I set them on a picnic table. And I did my walk around the park and came back and got my shoes. And he was sitting over there on the park bench. And he's like, "Hey, those look like size 12s. I was going to take them. But I see you come back for them." And I said, yeah, I just want to get my feet on the earth, blah, blah, blah. And he was an older gentleman. I could tell he was struggling. He just looked like he was hurting inside. And he was down here at the lake, and I walked over to him and just introduced myself, and he said his name was Jim, and I felt that his name was Jim, and he said Jim. I'm like, really? Of course. And we started talking and just BSing, and he was in a lot of pain and was talking about getting through cancer, and he had a cane, and he was just not feeling too well. But anyway, we started talking. We were talking, and in the middle of the conversation, he's like, I never met this guy before. I think I mentioned that, but he says, "You remind me a lot of my mother." I said, "Oh yeah?" And he's like, "Yeah, you say things exactly the way she did." I said, "Oh, well, that's interesting." I said, and I could tell he was really going deep on it, and just really, it was striking him. And we just continued a conversation, a couple minutes later, and all of a sudden this ladybug flies in on my shoulder, and he, like, his eyes light up, and he's like, Mary, you brought me Mary." I'm like, "Is Mary your mother?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, he started like almost weeping. And I was almost there too. I was like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "You brought me my mother Mary today. I was down here thinking about her, and I'm going through cancer right now, and he was talking about how he really misses his mom." And it really just just kind of overtook me. And it was just one of those divine moments where you feel like you met someone before in a past life, and you're meeting them now again. I haven't seen that guy ever again. Never met him before, but it was just a quick, intense connection, and he felt that I brought his mother's spirit to him, and he reached out and he grabbed the ladybug off of me and threw it over the cliff, and it flew off over the lake. It was just like almost storybook. But it's just, you never know what you're gonna encounter, who you're gonna encounter, or what the universe has for you. And that guy really needed that confirmation to his thoughts and his processes that day. I was able to bring in his mother Mary. And I don't know, but it's just one of those defining moments that makes me stop and say, I'm a powerful person. You are a powerful person. Just showing up with your light for somebody is just, that's what it is. That's why we're here. That's why we do what we do. And wherever we go, we always have to be awake and conscious of our surroundings and the people we encounter, because it's not by chance. And that's the thing. It's just, everything is divine timing. And I really, really believe it, because I'm living it. And my encounter with Jim and Mary down here at the park was just a defining moment for that realization. So I hope that was good. That was, it's just beautiful. Life is beautiful.